Going to go over a couple things today. I really don't think sometimes we send out these marketing emails, and I really don't think you see it in the P&L. And that's just the extra stuff, the chat, the general access to experience that's in the room. JS Traders, our data trader, has been trading professionally for 16 years. What he does, he sifts through the headlines to filter out profitable, actionable news in real time. So there's a lot of stuff you don't see on my P&L that we have tons of members make money on. For example, this OXBT, he alerted first thing this morning. The stock opened at a buck 70, ran all the way to 280. Are we a penny stock site? No, but look at the volume this traded. This traded plenty of volume. You don't see that on my P&L. I ended up almost $12,000 today, and you don't see this one on my P&L. But we had tons of members make money on this today. Q Core, we had a possible scalp right here. Again, we go. You had so many red bars in a row. We were looking at levels on the chart. You had this possible scalp up here. Do you see this on my P&L? Did not make money on this one either. But again, some people made money on this. LNKD, we had two scalps on this that we didn't make money on. We had a scalp initially off of iron floor support that popped for over $1. We had another scalp to the short side that we did not take that was down here. We actually had a trigger set on it. We just didn't take it. What we ended up doing was we went long off of a tweezer bottom on a 15-minute chart. We sold half. We sold half at VWAP, the volume weighted average price. We had a trigger bar right here on the 15-minute chart at 232.13, and then we sold the rest of the pop. Again, that was a solid trade. $4,700 on LNKD, again right here off this tweezer bottom. We didn't want to hold all day. We knew it wasn't going to reverse. We went over that during our education, which is another reason you should join our room. The education alone is worth the value of the site. Not that we sit there and spend time like we're in a class, but as we trade, as we call things, we educate on the reasons why it's a good trade. So this stuff is awesome. We had SFLY off of a pivot that is not, again, it's not going to reflect on my chart. But again, we said we wanted this to pop above 49. We were looking for somewhat of a throwback trade on the day chart, which is my throwback trade and a spring trade, which I don't actually have drawn. Came within a few cents of the target that we had hit. I had to reset this E signal, so I don't have all my lines drawn, but we go over this stuff every single morning. We did not take this. Again, here's another one. Easy $1,000. WWW, you don't see that on my list. JS Trader put the news out as it came out, and again, he got short, made a couple $1,000. Look at this drop as soon as he put the news out. 27.42 to 25.21. This level right here, this blue line, was one of the levels we were looking for a volume bottom. We didn't get the high a day volume at the low, so we weren't able to take the trade. But this was the level we were watching for a flip to the long side. This level, then we were also looking for 24.50 if it happened to fall through this level. We didn't get what we wanted, so we didn't take it. But again, this is another thing you're not going to see on my P&L just because I didn't take it. That was actually a great trade. Then we also have SODA, SODA. We had a short trigger on this. Short trigger came in right at this yellow line. Look what happened at the trigger level. You got a short, you got boom, you started getting that heavy volume. I wasn't able to get shares on this. We helped everybody manage it through it. This was our short trigger. This dotted line was our target. Perfect fluid move right down. You had nothing to worry about. You could have used a trailing 5-minute stop. Again, I wasn't even able to get it. We helped our members manage money on it. So huge trades. I mean, you look at TGT. That's another trade we took. JS Trader, again, real-time news. This was a $900 risk. $900 risk. Again, you establish a low right here. We got long. $900 risk on TGT to make $4,600. And we actually made a little more than that. We lost a little bit on a second try, but that's okay. Again, $4,600 on a $900 risk. That's the kind of stuff that you're looking for. LVLT, huge alert on that going long. Just huge momentum plays. We know the right stuff. If you guys are having issues trading the market, or if you want to trade the market, there's not a better place to be than in our room. Last thing, the SPY closed back inside that macro channel. Let's take a quick look. Yesterday's low was 176.38. Today's close was 176.29. You got a bearish engulfing bar right here. What that means, you got a higher probability of taking out today's low than today's high next. You got over a 70% chance. So that's one thing about market technical analysis. It's going to tell us if this happens and this happens. What do we have up here? If we don't get a close above this high, like we said, this market could explode if we got a close above this high. This is called a false break. So it's a false break that's very bearish for the market. So now we're going to be watching for downside, and we're going to be going over this every single day. So whether you join us for the real-time news, the education, the access to experience, the extra looks that you get, or just to make money in general, we hope to see you in chat tomorrow.